Thanks for tuning in to Tracy's Talk. I'll be reading from a book titled I Shot a Preacher, John Stone's Story. John Stone was born in Lemon, South Dakota, um, on a farm. His dad was a farmer, lived with his mom, his brother about 10, 11 years older than him. Uh, had chickens, cows, uh, goats, sheep, who knows what else, mice, all kinds of critters running around. And John's mom would have his brother always collect eggs from the chickens, which was a pretty hilarious feat, as John remembers. John's mom would give John's brother a sombrero, a wide sombrero, and like a more padded type style coat because John's brother would freak out because all the barn swallows would take off when they seen him and act like, they were dive bombers, machine gun firing, and it was hilarious to watch. John's brother out there looking like he was in the struggle of his life, standing out there with a bucket trying to deal with things, and then he always took a stick, and it was almost like watching some kind of screwed up gladiator scene and with a sombrero on and fighting a flock of barn swallows is all John can remember, but it's too bad that he didn't have it on film. John never really got in too much trouble. He just did normal kid things, and dad farmed, and mom stayed home, and the weather was crappy. If it snowed, they lived in a two-story house, and it snowed to the second story, and when the wind blew, it really blew, and the nearest hospital is probably 150 miles away. John doesn't remember if they had a post office nearby. I think everything was quite a ways away. At any rate, John didn't get in much trouble during this point in his life. How could he? He was very young and was riding a trike and would ride his trike in the barn. He did get in trouble when he got in his mom's 72 Bonneville and ran that into the barn, so he got his ass whipped for that. After John turned 5, his brother and mom and dad packed up and they moved to Oregon, and that's where a lot of things change for John, and things start getting a little crazy, and from there on, it takes a heck of a ride. That'll be in chapter 2, and I'll continue chapter 2 at a later date.